sweetest victory. I love you more than you know yourself. Sweetest victory. Sweetest victory. Sweetest victory. I'm making a video here, asshole. Go Phillies, it's your birthday, not a holiday. No, 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 it's a holiday. No, it's not a holiday, it's your birthday. World Series, Bryce Harper, that's all I gotta fucking say. Bing bong, bop bop, cheat cheat. That was full and open. Don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck at all. Why? Because we're going to the World Series. And nothing else matters. Except for my portfolio and yours. So let's get right into it. And basically today is going to be more about education. I see a lot of people on the boards that are just dumb as shit. Okay, let me slow down. I say that just because I used to be dumb as shit. Trust me, I used to have the same fucking confusion and the same problems. I didn't know what anything was. I didn't know. I remember looking at shit and being like, what the fuck? What the? And I'd try and figure it out and nobody would tell me the truth. And it was this guy saying this and it was that guy saying that. I had nobody tell me what was up. I had to figure it all out on my own. And a lot of fucking mistakes were made in that process. So again, that's why I'm here. That's what I'm trying to teach y'all. And one thing that is the killer of all stocks is dilution, dilution, dilution. And it usually comes in three forms. It's T-trades, cross trades, and iceberg orders. So I'm going to briefly go over those today as my opening. Again, I'm going to make this week about education. Tomorrow we're going to talk about reverse splits. Wednesday I'm going to have an interview with a pro trader who is a professional, and he's been a professional for years, and this is all he does. And then on Friday we got Tits coming back. So I know you guys are excited for that. But T-trade, this is the most common misconception. Everybody sees a T-trade and they're like, especially if it comes through green, they're like, oh my God, that was a buy. No, it's not. It's not. It's an off-the-books order, always after hours. Buy a toxic diluter, and I don't even care what Investopedia said. I looked up Investopedia today and I'm like, what, are you fucking shilling for the 2% too? It's like unreal. They act, and they say OTC, but they act like it's just an off the books order that they're from trades that didn't happen during the day. No, bullshit. It's a fucking scam. It's the fucking people that own the company selling shares off the books as to not kill the price too quickly because it's low liquidity and there's nobody buying 100 million shares. So at that price. So what do? They do it off the books after hours. It's a scam. It's a scam. T-trade, bullshit. Form T-trade, dilution every time. I don't care what anybody says. And even if it's not, which I know it is, just assume that it is. Because I've never been in a stock where it happened. And I remember, again, I was a dumb fuck. I used to think, oh, it's a buy. Oh my God, someone just bought so many shares after the hours. What happened? Oh my God, tomorrow's going to be amazing. No, dude, no. Just stop. I don't know if half the people actually know what it is and they just say that to get noobs interested. But again, that's why you come here for truth. You go there for lies and you come here for only facts. And the fact is, if you see a T-trade, I don't give a fuck if it's a buy or a sell, it's dilution. Next, cross trade, same idea. It just happens during market hours. So if you see a price and it's 14.13, whatever, 0013, 0014, and you see that and you see some big ass trade come through, it doesn't hit the bid and it doesn't hit the ask, but it's like it has 6 million volume and then all of a sudden it's 17 million volume and nothing's happened. That's a cross trade. Same idea. It is somebody that owns part of the company, whether that's through toxic notes, whether it's somebody selling parts of their control block or I'm sure they could sell their restricted, so they could do whatever the fuck they want. It's all written in the financials in gibberish that most people don't understand and the SEC will never go after because they're all in cahoots. It's all the same bullshit. The brokerage houses, the fucking hedge funds, the SEC, FINRA, they're all jerking each other off in a circle. So trust me, don't trust anybody, just trust yourself, know these things, and keep moving forward. That's it. You just need to know the game before you play it. It's like going out into a baseball field and running the wrong way around the bases. You're never going to make it home. So you got to focus on what I'm saying because it makes sense, because it's right and it's correct, and all I can do is spit facts, and all I can do is tell truth. I don't even know how, I forgot how to lie. I like literally forgot. Like I literally, if I murdered somebody and the cops came up and asked me if I murdered them, I'd be like, yes, sir, of course I did. I'd be like, here's the murder weapon, take me in, and I would even go into a jury trial and be like, listen, I'm guilty, send me to jail or kill me, because all I can do is tell truth. Iceberg order, next, that is same thing, dilution as fuck. You could usually see it through L2. I've been doing this long enough that I can recognize it in an open trade where I'm just watching the ticker on a real-time bid and ask, because it's a 10,000 share order. It usually comes routed through CFGN. It could be CDEL. It could be Knight. It could be OTCX. These are all the market makers that you could see in L2. That is a whole different conversation. Just know that if you have a stock running and you see a 10,000 share ask and that shit is getting pounded and nothing's happening, that's dilution. That is a diluter that went to a MM, whether it's CDEL, whatever, this fucking scumbags, and he's like, all right, look, I have 100 million shares to sell, but I can't sell them on the open market because I'll destroy the price. So what am I going to do? I'm going to hide them on the ask, and you're going to do that for me, and I appreciate you, and here's $500,000. Good luck, thank you. All right, take it out to the bank, and let's fucking go into business like we've been doing for years, and thank you. And let's destroy retail, and let's murder everybody that has a family and has kids and, you know, is borderline going homeless. Let's just get as much money from them as we can so we can ride our horses and smash kids. Because that's what these guys seem to do, which is unbelievable. It's ridiculous. It's disgusting. But I mean, hey, again, only facts. And that's what they do. And it's gross. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. But that's an iceberg order. 10,000 share ask. It's hidden shares. It's a lot. You can get through that with volume, but you better be careful because then that volume dies. See ya. So that's just, those are the three main forms of dilution. They are all dilution. Do not get it fucking twisted. Because if you do, then you're going to be in a world of hurt. Trust me, I've been here, I've done that, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So anytime a pumper tells you differently, they are lying to you to try and sell their shares to you, and you end up the loser. Promise that. On God, on my grandmother, on my fucking chair that's probably worth $3,000 because it's an antique. I would literally give you that if I was wrong. Shut the fuck up. People cheering outside and shit like while I'm trying to make a video. Unreal. They're probably pumpers out there trying to like confuse me and throw me off my game. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. So this is I don't know what happened in HERES today. This is one of the stocks that I wanted to bring up. Let me make sure that this is working because I just did a 40-minute video. I swear to God it was 40 minutes and it didn't work. I'm getting so sick of that because I got to sit here and scream my ass off for 2 hours. My neighbors probably think I'm nuts. I have all my windows open, basically. They all think I'm nuts outside. They're probably like, who the fuck is this moron upstairs that just happens to know every goddamn thing about the stock market? Let's see. I got to pray that this is going to work because if it doesn't, me go kill myself. HERES. Took you to the woodshed today, huh, boys? Took you to the fucking woodshed. And that's what they do. That's what they're best at. Don't ever believe in these guys. Listen, I'll get over these quickly because I got a lot to talk about with these. I'm just going to do like a minute each. HERES, water company, huge share structure. That, you know, so the market cap's got to be high as fuck. They are a real company. Like they have a water brand that's in Walmart, that's in all these different places. Doesn't fucking matter. They're always going to try and sell you on the story. The better the story, the better the price is going to get to, the higher the market cap. But they will sell shares by dilution, one of these three ways of selling. They could always just hit the bid. And sometimes that happens. That's the most aggressive. That's when you see boom, boom. That's the worst type of fucking pump and dump you can be in. But even if they have a good product, it doesn't matter because they got to expand that product and their entire fucking existence is to sell shares into the open market, take your money, and use it to expand. Period. End of story. I don't want to hear that the CEO cares about his shareholders because they don't. They buy a shell from $100,000 to $700,000 depending on the legacy behind it. The cobwebs in that shell depends on the price, the share structure, all that stuff. You buy the shell. Trust me, I've thought about this and tried to merge a private company into it, but it's above my head right now. So that's down the line. But you buy one of these shells, you merge in a private company, and then you sell a story, and then you sell your shares. End of story, done deal. Don't give a fuck what you have to say. I don't care. You can tell me I'm wrong. You can tell me that your stock is the next big thing. And I'm just going to be like, okay, great. Now let's see what happens in 2 months and where the price is. Because I guarantee you it's probably not going to be where you think it's going to be. But again, like, subscribe, comment. Tell me if I'm wrong. I don't care. I don't care because I know I'm right. I know I'm right, so it doesn't matter. But just tell me what you don't like about my videos. If you do like my videos, you know, I'm going to continue doing exactly what I'm doing because I don't base my life off of other people's views on me. Obviously, I'm not scared to talk about the most controversial shit all over the fucking internet. So whatever, dude. But tell me about it. God, I got to stop ranting so much. Okay, no, it's working. It's working. So this company decided to just break its fucking investors' balls here. And they just said, no, bye-bye, see you later. I'm sorry about you. You got to dump down to that middle line. If you were in it, you were probably thinking, ooh, that's getting scary. Then they just said, I'll see you next week. I'll see you next year, wherever it's going to be, whenever the next pump's going to be. I don't know what came out. Maybe it was news that just didn't react well to the market. Maybe it was news that was kind of good, but they sold on the news. That's why buy the rumor, sell the news. The reason why that is because on the rumor, that's when they let the price appreciate. On the news, that's when they let the price depreciate. How? Through dilution. That's why you see news come out. It's not just retail selling. Retail will tag onto that because they know that the company is just putting out news to create volume to sell their shares. Again, facts. That's HERES. That's all I got to say about that. Be careful. I don't know if you're bagged, but don't ever let yourself get bagged. Set a 10% stop loss if you have to. Don't let anybody tell you, oh, don't do a stop loss. I mean, you can get raped on that. I just focus on these all the time, so I see it when it happens. But always be ready to sell 10% down. SYSX is one, or no, yeah, SYSX. I just had so much chicken, so hot peppers, avocado, and water. That's how you eat, guys. That's how you eat. You got to stay healthy. Don't go dying on me now. So this is SYSX. Great chart. Love it. This is one I already flipped for 90%, and what did I do? I flipped it, and I bought back in, and I bought back in at 14. Today, I saw the bid weakening at 13, so what did I do? I practiced strategy. I said, even though I think this is pretty stable, I'm going to sell out at 13. I'm going to take what gain I made the other day, and instead of rolling that whole entire flip back into the stock, I'm going to take that, and I'm going to diversify, and I'm going to get into another stock with a starter, and I'm going to put my original investment back in SYSX. That way, I don't have as much anxiety. I'm playing with house money pretty much, and that's how you do it. That's how you expand your portfolio. So I got back in this at 14, sold 13, back in at 14 with a lesser amount of shares, but I'm just hanging now because I see this running into the twos, and once it does, sayonara, see ya, nice to know you. I'll talk to you another week. This is one that I've traded multiple times. Again, you just trade them. You do not get invested. XCPL is the other stock that I bought into. What happened today was I saw it about to break the fuck out in the morning. It gapped up. I said, okay, if they don't close the gap, then I'm just going to watch it. I'm not going to get FOMO, and I'm going to watch it run. What did it do? It ran all the way into the 7s. I was watching it at 5. I was like, fuck, I should buy 5. But I didn't, and that's okay. It's fine. Hindsight is 20/20. I didn't know what was going to happen, but it did run hard. And then what happened? It came all the way back to 5.5. So what did I do? I went to bed because I worked all night, and I set my bid at 5.5. And what happened? It filled right before the end of the day, and now it's at 5.9. That's how you do it. You do not chase. You wait for the stock price to come to you, and if it doesn't, so be it. You'll find another 16 on your list or whatever. They're your hot stocks for the day. You got to do the research. You got to put in the time. You got to know these things like at the back of your hand. You got to know what's happening. You got to know the game, and you got to know your fucking posters, because people like Car Jockey, I don't want to talk too much about specific names, but they are your worst enemy. They might come with nice, they're always talking, oh, I went to a policeman and a fireman's funeral last week, so sorry if I wasn't on the boards. She didn't do that. She didn't do that. She just said that, so people are like, oh, this girl's nice. Let me follow her into the pit of fucking hell. It's all a scam. They're all lying. They're all lying. Some of them aren't. Know who they are. I'm one of them. But yeah, in that, I'm going to get out tomorrow because you got the RSI heating up. You got this is the RSI. You got the RSI blowing past 70. That's usually a little bit too hot. And you got the fucking MACD turning up a little bit too hot. You might get one more day of a run, but I am done. I am taking my 40% and going, just like I did in BMXI. That's my next stock. This is when I flipped the other day. I took my SYX gain again. Took my SYSX gain at that 90%, took all of it out, and I put it all in BMXI at 8, ran to 11.8. I knew it was going to go to 12. I sold it at 11.8. Boom, back down to 6 the next day. You get it? You got it? Here's the chart on it. This is exactly what I did. I bought this here. I actually bought it to, like right here at 8. That's all I needed was right there to make 45%. Fine, out, done, deal. Out at the tippy top. That's called a really, really good trade. Not perfect, but very, very close. Then what happened? Tank City, back down to 6. Sorry, I knew the news was going to wear off. The news that came out 2 days earlier, it had had its run, and then it went bye-bye. So, again, now it's coming back to a point where maybe I will buy 6s. Maybe I will buy 5s if it gets down there. So you always want to keep your money available. You always want to move in and out. That's BMXI. Let me mark these off so I don't get confused. PTAM, you already know the deal. Things just fucking wait for news. Type of stock, you just continue to load, whether it's $100, $200, $300. Just keep getting small amounts of shares until that bitch runs, because I know that motherfucker's going to run one day, and it's going to run 200, 300% on heavy volume. And I mean, right now, $300 could send it 10%. So imagine if $500,000 came into it in one day, 200, 300%, I'm gone. And if I eventually get to 10 grand in that stock, boom, 20 grand, see ya. GIMP is the next one. I like this coming back down here. I like this low 2s. If you can get anywhere mid to low 2s, get it. You're coming back down on the MACD, which is fine, but you might turn red a little bit here. Just wait for it to cool off. Watch it. Keep GIMP on your watch list. It's a very thin share structure. I've seen it on multiple runs before. I've tried to trade it before. I think I took a loss on it, actually, or maybe broke even. But it's a very thin stock. It's very low to the ground, and it's also fucking pinching on the Bollingers. So if you can get in low 2s, definitely see it. Set alerts, people. Set alerts. I have an alert set up for 2-2. So if it hits that, and I'm just looking for something to buy, and all of a sudden I forgot about GIMP, and all of a sudden, oh wow, 2-2's hitting on GIMP. That, if I set an alert there, it's probably pretty good. Then I'll go back and redo my research, and then I'll say, oh, okay, I got this. And that's how you don't miss anything. You got to set alerts. GEGI, G-E-G-I. Wow, fuckers. I knew they were going to do that bullshit. I knew I should have bought this today. I'm a dick. 100% going to run higher tomorrow. 100%, but without question. I mean, I could basically guarantee it. And I was watching this all day. I saw it at 6.2, 6.3, and I was like, you know what? They put up a huge ask, and I knew it was a fake wall. And I was like, there was like 4 million shares on 6.4. I'm like, yeah, I know, but it's pressing this fucking top thing. It came down, it flagged, and now it's pressing the highs. It's going to go higher. God damn it. I'll try and get that bitch in the morning, maybe on a small sell-off first thing, because maybe it seems to have risen up in there. But yeah, I saw it at 6.2, 6.3. I was like, yo, this is a good buy. I guarantee you at the end of the day, they're going to push it. They're going to push it up to this top band, and it seems to close a little bit over it, just right at this resistance. Look, I mean, these things tend to do the same shit. Here, pretty much is right here. Then this is a resistance. Now that it's starting to break out, you get a run tomorrow, you might get 2 more candles above it. So pay attention to GEGI. I don't even know what the fuck they do. I don't care what they do. I don't care who the CEO is. I don't care if they sell moon boots that can walk on walls. It does not matter. We're basing our shit on charts. We got to know the share structure. We got to know a few things about it. But this one is so good on the chart. Guarantee. That's on my top of my list today. I would say GEGI, SYSX, PTAM is a long-term or short mid-term, and Babel? Let's look at Babel. This looks great on the daily. Look at that flag. See, this is what we're talking about. If I can get in this one tomorrow, I'll get in this one, because you got a perfect fucking triangle here, and now you're pushing up. So if this thing does the same thing that GEGI did, and it starts to push up here, and it goes, it's gone. And you have a chance to really get in low here. Super small share structure. Hate what they do. Hate the story. It's an NFT space. Fuck that. NFTs are gay as fuck. They don't even mean anything. They're ridiculous. They're absolutely ridiculous and stupid. But whatever. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not trying to be there for the success or the demise of the company. I'm not there to provide the CEO with cash to go buy his wife a diamond ring and fucking new lingerie. I'm not doing all that. So buy it, sell it. This is a good buy. I would say Babbel, Geggy, and SYSX are my three pretty much favorites right now. TXTM. This one's good too. This one's real good. You get a break at 15-1 tomorrow and a close above it. You're looking pretty good. Now you are up from 1. So you do want to just be careful and don't chase this one. Just wait for maybe like some type of, just wait for an entry. I can't give you an exact entry. I don't know exactly what's going to happen with this one, but I do like it because you're coming up on the all-time highs here. And if you start to break through that, like if you break through 2, you might get on a serious run here. It's had a long time to consolidate. This could be a really big cup. This could be a really big cup and ladle, cup and handle. So I like TXTM. I like it. Can't give you a buy-in. Can't give you a guarantee because I just don't. I don't know. I got to watch this a little bit longer. Just real quick, CNGT, another one trading at bottom. I'm not even going to show the chart. CNGT in trips, low share structure, dilutive pieces of shit, scam artists to the teeth, worst people on earth. Don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck. They are usually the people that run the hardest because they know how to tell the story. Because whoever the private equity firm that owns them is, they've done it once or twice. So CNGT is another good one. HVCW is the last one I want to talk about. This is one that, I've been kind of bearish on. I've been telling people that on the boards. I said to sell 9 the other day because I see it going to 1 tops. There's a gap at 1. Yeah, there's a gap at 1, there's a gap at 9. So it's pretty much already filled up, but I might give it. You might go through 9 and it might hit 1. You might get lucky, get 11. But here's the thing. What I'm talking about is if you bought at 5 or 4 or even 6, you should be thinking selling anytime soon. Do not wait for the news to come out. Please, for the love of God. This is not going to be what you expect. It's just not. I promise you. I mean, I can't promise you. This is all my opinion. This is not financial advice. But I've just done this so many times that I would give it a 90% chance. The news was supposed to come out in 24 to 48 hours. It still hasn't come out. So, it's always a pump piece. It's always a carrot dangling in front of your fucking face that you just dying to chew on. But you got to keep that shit out of your mouth until it is put in ink. Until you see that shit on an SEC filing, it is nonsense. It is just a pump. So always wait for that shit to show its face, whether it's ugly or whether it's pretty. You got to just wait. And if you got in at 4.5 and you haven't sold, you are playing with fire and you probably haven't been doing this for a while. So that's what I got to say about HVCW. That's pretty much all I have about the stocks today. Hopefully you learned something about dilution. I could go on for hours about dilution. It is the most detrimental thing to a trader, especially in the OTC. It's the most detrimental thing to his account balance because if you do not know what is going on, they will take advantage of you, whether it's the posters, the pumpers, or the CEO, or the private equity firms, or the market makers, or whoever the fuck is behind the scenes pulling the string, just like they do to Biden, just like they do to our government, just like they do to our media outlets, just like they do. Every fucking thing you see is controlled by. So without further ado, let's fucking go, Phillies!